Hi, today I'm going to tackle thermal decomposition of carbonates. Now carbonates, metal carbonates, are metals with a carbonate ion. Carbonate ion is CO3 2-, and what the carbonate ion can do is it can break down to give a fragment of carbon dioxide gas. Now if I show you the general equation is that one. So general equation, metal carbonate, you heat it, you get metal oxide and carbon dioxide. That's the general equation. The decomposition, because you used heat, is the thermal bit, thermal decomposition. And I'm going to demonstrate it with copper carbonate. As an example, copper carbonate is green to begin with. And you'll see when I warm it up, the powder, the green powder will bubble. It bubbles because carbon dioxide gas is coming off, and it's going to leave behind a black powder. So the example, the famous example that is used is copper carbonate. And I'm going to demonstrate that to begin with. So here I've got a test tube. Here I've got some copper carbonate. This copper carbonate should be green. Take some more. Big healthy chunk of green powder, copper carbonate. I'm going to put it through here and we can heat it up. Now keep your eyes on the green powder, because I'm hoping that you will see it not only turn black, which you will, but I hope you'll see it bubble around. Bubble. The bubbles there, you see all that bubbling that's going on? See if I can get the camera a bit closer. I want you to see this bubbling. And it happens when there. The bubbling is going on there, because the gas is coming up. And the hot parts of this powder are going black. Now, it would be good to collect the gas coming up. So, put you back there. Because my wonderful technicians have made some apparatus, which I'm going to put that in there. And so any gas coming off will be forced to go down this tube. And to prove to you it's carbon dioxide, you should know already that the proof of carbon dioxide is to shake with lime water. So I'm going to put some lime water in here. And if you shake with lime water or bubble the gas through lime water, then we're hoping the lime water will go white due to a white precipitate. So visually we hope to see a cloudiness, and that cloudiness, sorry, not cloudiness, we hope to see a milkiness. Cloudy is wrong. I don't mind you use the word milky. Use the word milky. Or the best thing is to use the word white precipitate. Now, as you can see, when I heat this, the carbon dioxide gas is now going through the lime water, and very quickly, can you see the lime water has gone milky or white precipitate? I far prefer the term white precipitate, because we know that that is calcium carbonate. So the calcium there, the calcium carbonate, the white precipitate, is proof of the gas being carbon dioxide gas. Now that's just one of our carbonates that you need to know about. I want to demonstrate two more. One of them, let's get another test tube. Let's see if that's cool down enough for me to just pick out there. Right. The next carbonate is for the baking people. That's people who do baking, because this is baking powder. The chemical in baking powder is sodium hydrogen carbonate. Sodium hydrogen carbonate. I'm going to take a little bit, baking powder, sodium hydrogen carbonate, put that in the same test tube, heat it, and I want you to mentally think. So rinse out this test tube. I want you to mentally think that this baking powder is in some cake mix or some bread mix, and you put it in the oven. And same apparatus, I'm going to put some lime water in here. I'm going to try and do exactly the same thing, just to show you that when baking powder is put in an oven, then the baking powder decomposes in the same way that I've just been talking about. Let me just wash out this delivery tube. Delivery tube has got a bit black with the previous copper oxide powder. So here, I'm ready to do that. There we are. That's what I had before. Baking powder, I'm going to heat it. The heat will break it down. That's decomposition, thermal decomposition. As it breaks down, carbon dioxide gas coming off. And the carbon dioxide gas here, bubbling through lime water, should turn the lime water to a white precipitate or turn it milky, proving that it's carbon dioxide that's coming up. So those people that are doing baking, I want you aware that this is the chemical process that's happening in your oven. The baking powder breaking down to give you bubbles of carbon dioxide, except in a cake or in bread, it gives the bubbles, it gives the bread its rise or the cake its rise, and it will happen not when the chemical's cold, it will happen when the chemical is hot, when you put it in the oven and the oven becomes hot. So, a practical use of the thermal decomposition we've been talking about. And finally, I have something which I quite like to do with my classes, and that's to show you another carbonate, calcium carbonate. Now, let me just turn that off probably. Get out of the way. Here, see this? This piece here is calcium carbonate. A piece of marble, that's a piece of marble, calcium carbonate. Calcium carbonate is a metal carbonate. If we heat it enough, it will decompose. Now the common word for calcium carbonate is lime. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some gas. I'm going to put gas onto this burner that we have. It's a special burner. And I'm going to connect the other side to oxygen. Right, let me just see if I can get some matches. Okay, so I'm going to turn the gas on. With the gas on, there should be gas coming through, and I should be able to light it. Maybe turn it down. Like that. So, that is normal gas from a gas tap that I've lit in this thing which we call a lime burner. So, that solid is lime, and if I turn it round, I'm hoping I can get it in the flame, but it seems a bit low to get in the flame. I'm going to try something else. I've got another piece. I've got another piece here. Maybe I can put that in the flame. There, yeah, okay. So I'll be able to get a piece of marble, calcium carbonate, which is the metamorphic form of limestone, which is the sedimentary rock. The metamorphic form of that is marble, and the chemical inside is calcium carbonate. Now, I need a flame hotter than that. So, I've got oxygen tank, and I need to open the oxygen tank. That's my key to open it. Having opened it, I can get the oxygen going through, and the burn will be a better burn if I get oxygen going through. Now, perhaps that oxygen went through too quickly. Let me just turn that off again. I can hear it coming through. Put that there. That's oxygen. Lime burner's pretty old. Now, I'm going to try and gently introduce more oxygen into that flame. That is a hotter flame now than it was before. I turn the light. I'm going to turn the lights off. Now, that really hot piece of marble, can we call it lime please? That very hot lime, when it gets really hot, as you can see, when it gets really hot, it gives off a lot of light. And you may have heard the phrase, in the limelight. Well, in the limelight is this light. In theatres, before they had really powerful lighting, that they used to do this. It is really, really bright. I don't like it because it's loud, so I'm going to turn it off. I hope you can see the brightness. So that's the oxygen turned off, and that's the gas turned off. So what I was trying to say with all that noise going on was that in theatres in the old days, They used to burn marble pieces. And when they heated them strongly, they gave off light. And that light was used in theatres as the limelight for shining on people, actors that were on stage. It's where the phrase "in the limelight" comes from. And when that's going on, the calcium carbonate is decomposing. And how is it decomposing? It's decomposing according to that general equation. The general equation being that one. That you get, instead of copper carbonate, calcium carbonate. Instead of the black copper oxide, you get calcium oxide, which is a white powder. Carbon dioxide gas was coming off from that lime that was burning. Carbon dioxide was coming off. You would not have seen it, but it was coming off. And also a lot of light was coming off. Same reaction. In an oven, sodium hydrogen carbonate is turning into sodium oxide and carbon dioxide and water. I want you to learn the general equation there. The metal carbonate with heat will thermally decompose, giving you metal oxide and carbon dioxide. We'll stop there for this one.